Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you love keeping up with the most fascinating and dramatic stories in the Turkish entertainment world, you are in the right place. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the join button below if you'd like to support us even more. Thank you, and let's dive straight into today's story. The bond between Ebru Şahin and Akın Akınözü has always been one of the most talked about relationships in Turkish television. The two stars, who rose to international fame thanks to their unforgettable performances in the hit series Turkish, built an on-screen chemistry that quickly spilled into the real world. Fans adored their connection and were convinced that the spark they witnessed on-screen was no mere acting. Whether it was in interviews, candid behind-the-scenes moments, or the subtle way they looked at each other during press events, their closeness was undeniable. Yet, as in many great stories, there came a turning point that threatened to unravel the strong bond they had created. According to those close to the production, a heated disagreement broke out on set during one of the final filming days. The fight was not over a scene itself, but rather over creative differences, misunderstandings, and personal stress that had been building for weeks. The result was an emotional clash that left both Ebru and Akın visibly shaken. Eyewitnesses described the atmosphere as tense. Words were exchanged, tempers flared, and for the first time, the pair who had seemed inseparable began to keep their distance. It was a shocking development for the cast and crew, who had grown used to seeing them laugh together, rehearse lines side by side, and share private conversations between scenes. Suddenly, the two stars who once embodied harmony were walking past each other in silence, avoiding unnecessary interactions. But what really lay behind this rupture? Insiders claim that Akın Akınözü had been very open about his affection for Ebru Şahin, even beyond the professional admiration one actor might feel for another. He was said to speak about her with great respect and warmth, often telling colleagues that Ebru was one of the most inspiring people he had ever met. He valued her support, her strength, and her ability to remain grounded despite the intense spotlight. Ebru Şahin, on her part, appreciated Akın's passion and dedication, but she was also firm in drawing boundaries. She knew that speculation from the press and the constant gossip surrounding their names could easily create unwanted stress. For Ebru, professionalism and privacy mattered just as much as friendship. When Akın's words and emotions seemed to blur those lines, misunderstandings began to emerge. One source explained it like this: they both care deeply for each other, but sometimes caring too much can create pressure. Ebru wanted clarity and calm, while Akın struggled to contain the intensity of his feelings. Despite the fight and the temporary silence between them, what makes this story remarkable is not the conflict, but the aftermath. After a period of reflection, Akın Akınözü reportedly began to understand Ebru's perspective more clearly. Instead of holding on to anger, he chose empathy. He recognized that Ebru's decisions, whether personal or professional, were not meant to hurt him, but were choices she made for her own growth and peace of mind. Friends say Akın even admitted privately that Ebru's independence was one of the reasons he admired her so deeply in the first place. Ebru, too, did not allow the disagreement to erase the years of friendship and support they had shared. Though she remained cautious and respectful of her private life, she was said to have acknowledged Akın's sincerity. What impressed her most, according to those close to her, was the way Akın expressed love and devotion not only to her but also to his family, especially his mother. That loyalty and depth of feeling made her see that his actions, even when intense, came from a genuine place. Their reconciliation did not happen in one dramatic moment, but rather through quiet gestures of understanding. Small conversations, mutual respect, and the realization that what they shared was too valuable to lose helped bridge the gap. Even though the friendship was tested, it did not break. However, their closeness has continued to spark controversy outside the set. Reports suggest that when Akın spoke too openly about his admiration for Ebru in interviews, his family grew concerned. His mother, in particular, feared that such words could create complications, especially since Ebru had already found love with Sadie Osman, the well-known basketball star. According to sources, Akın's mother worried that the public might misinterpret Akın's feelings and that such statements could disturb Sadie Osman or create unnecessary drama for Ebru. Akın's emotional honesty, while endearing to some, became a delicate issue behind the scenes. Critics questioned whether he was crossing boundaries, while fans passionately defended his right to express admiration for someone who had clearly influenced his life in such a profound way. For Ebru Şahin, the situation was even more complex. On one hand, she appreciated the affection and support. On the other, she had to navigate her personal relationship with Sadie Osman, who has always stood by her side with love and stability. Balancing public perception, her professional responsibilities, and her friendships in the industry became a difficult challenge. Despite all this, what remains clear is that the bond between Ebru and Akın has endured. It may not be the same as it once was during the golden days of Turkish, but it has evolved into a form of friendship that carries respect, history, and perhaps a quiet acknowledgement of what might have been. Their story is a reminder that not all relationships in the entertainment world are built for headlines or romance. Some are complicated, layered, and deeply human. For Akınözü and Ebru Şahin, the fight they had on set was not the end, but rather a turning point, one that revealed the strength of their connection and their ability to move forward with dignity. And now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Akın's feelings for Ebru went beyond friendship? Was his emotional honesty a brave act, or did it risk creating unnecessary tension in her life with Sadie Osman? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next story. If you'd like to support us even more, you can also click the join button to become a member and gain access to exclusive content. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.